All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Clutch. This is episode 7. We're here with Pambi, and he is a League of Legends high school player that played in a really big prestigious tournament at DreamHack, and we're gonna get his perspective on some things. So, Pambi, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit, man?
I'm Bambi or Micah. Been playing competitive league through school for 4 years now. Um, kind of love it all. Um, went down a DreamHack like Adam said, and now I'm here. So
All right. With you being a student, esports player in high school, is it hard to keep up with studies and get the adequate grades that you need, obviously, to succeed later on in life?
no, not at all, honestly. I mean, currently passing AP Calc and all my other AP classes with A's. I mean, I'm able to keep up with it. We have a specified area for homework in our esports room where people have to sit down for at least 30 minutes and do homework. So,
So they kind of have it so that you do homework basically maybe in between practice sessions or something like that, but in the esports room.
yeah, that way because we hold ourselves to where if you have anything lower than a C, you can't play. Even though the school, it's anything like if you just have an F, you can't play, but D or F, you can play for esports. So,
Cool. So when I was in school, which was a long time ago,
mhm.
uh, for regular sports it was C. You had to maintain a C average. So
Yeah.
pretty similar, I guess. So walk us through the qualification process for the DreamHack tournament. Was it online qualifiers, school tryouts, in-state tournaments?
Um, so it was kind of a mixture of online tournaments and in-state tournament. Basically what happened was we got, I don't know exactly, but we got a message from the DreamHack officials saying that we got invited to play in the qualifiers for DreamHack Dallas, and we were competing with people from our state, but from other like I'd never played against some of the people that we played against in the qualifiers, so it was best of threes, and I think we played 3 rounds. Um, and it was I wouldn't say it was like dirt easy, but it was there was one challenging team which we went and played in DreamHack for semifinals. But other than that, I mean, it was teams that we had beat before,
So
just whether
the
it was
qualification
online tournament or
process, yeah, the qualification process was fairly easy for you guys then, is what you're saying.
yeah.
And who okay, interesting. Um, what got you into playing League of Legends in high school? Was it parent? Was it someone approached you? Did you just kind of hear about it through the grapevine or
Um, Loki, it was a class. I'm not gonna lie.
a class? Okay.
Yeah, I had a like intro of esports class, and the first game we played in that class was League. And the teacher of the class, he was also the esports coach, was like, "Hey, you should come play this for the school." And so went and played jungle for the JV team. We ended up getting like fourth in state that year.
Wow.
Um,
So
it
you guys
was
actually
it
had
was
a
fun.
full class dedicated to esports in your high school.
Yeah,
That is so cool. Shout out to this guy's high school, man. That is really cool.
yeah,
That has come a
it
long
was
way. Awesome.
yeah,
Um,
it was
so
amazing.
can you explain the organization that ran the tournament, like that put together like the tournament, the qualification process? Was it DreamHack itself, or was it like a third party like organization that put that
So
together?
from my understanding, it was DreamHack worked with OKSC, which is Oklahoma's esports, like high school esports, and TechSef, which is Texas's, and they worked together to create this head-to-head of Oklahoma's best teams versus Texas's best teams, which it was it could have been ran a little bit better, I won't lie, but it was still a lot of fun. And OKC has made a lot of improvements to their rule sets since DreamHack because there was a couple rule issues at DreamHack. But OKC has improved so much from that time, and we're currently playing on the rule set again for a different division.
Interesting. Do you want to go into detail about the issues maybe that they had for the rule set for DreamHack,
Um,
or do you not want to get into that?
okay, it's controversial because it's not in their rule set, but it's in pro play rule set. Um, Once you're like in LCS order, it's the order of the roles: top, jungle, mid, ADC support. Once you're locked in, you're supposed to stay there. You can't go anywhere else. But OKC, which this is why I had asked our coach for the rulebook specifically, but they didn't give it to us. Um, it wasn't in the rulebook that you couldn't swap once locked in, and so they swapped into an easier matchup for one of their players and just kind of cheated the first round away from us, but it is what it is.
Cheaters never prosper, guys. Remember that, okay?
True, true.
um, Talk about the mental aspect of playing in a prestigious tournament like, the one you guys played at DreamHack, at such a young age.
Um, it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Just being in DreamHack it was the first ever thing on that scale that I'd been to, so it was very overwhelming. There was a lot going on. I met a bunch of people too. Um, it was an interesting time. The easiest thing was honestly just listening to music and just vibing until it was time to play, and then just from there, not letting anything get to me. Um, I mean, it was frustrating, like especially when they. So another part that happened was we had they went and met some creator, and we had to wait 2 hours, and it was frustrating that we had to wait that long to play when we are there to play, and that
So
could be
who
part of it, but
who made you guys wait 2 hours? The tournament organizers or the team that you were supposed to play?
both.
Both of them.
Um,
Okay. All right.
so they should have had to forfeit. I'm not gonna lie, 2 hours is a lot of time.
Yeah.
Um, well, it was 2 hours after we finished our semifinals game against the other Oklahoma team. So it really was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. It was just,
That's brutal.
it was frustrating to have to deal with that, like mentally, and then have to, just suck it up and play against them just for them to cheat the second round. But, maybe it is what it is.
Cheaters never prosper. All right.
True.
Is League of Legends something you want to pursue as a career, or is it more of a means to an end, like for a scholarship, getting into college, you know, stuff like that?
Honestly, it's for scholarships. I'm not sure I see myself going pro. Um, I mean, I'm good at the game, but I don't think I want to take it to that level. I mean, it's kind of takes a lot to do that.
Not even maybe something in esports aspect, like when it comes to League of Legends, like maybe an analyst or a shoutcaster, coach, manager, something like
Oh,
that.
that would be fun. Yeah, I'd like to do that stuff. I might pursue into being an analyst or maybe a coach, but probably more of an analyst. But it's I don't know. It's feeling weird. Um, Esports kind of just doesn't have that same draw at the moment. I think I'm honestly feeling a little burnt out, but I think it'll pass. Just need to do some other stuff for a little bit, I think.
Burnout is pretty common when you go hard at something, so
Yeah.
it's not just you. What was your first impression walking into DreamHack? The crowds, the setup, the pro level energy. How did it compare to watching tournaments online? Like how different was it?
Um, the energy was there. It was crazy. Um, it kind of felt similar to tournaments online. I mean, not as big of a crowd. I mean, because they have like hundreds of thousands of people in those arenas, and it's like what the heck. Um, but the energy was there. It was my second ever LAN. First ever having a crowd of like that many people. Um, it was really exciting. A little nerve-wracking, I won't lie, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and I would definitely do it again if I had the chance.
Do you think you'll have the chance this year with the high school team you currently are on, or?
Um, so our team is good, I won't lie. We started off a little rocky. Um, our fall division that we play in, we play against any team in the US. We've been paired against Masters teams like all season. Um, it's is what it is.
Rocky?
We went 4-4, so not bad. I think we barely missed cutoffs for playoffs by like 2 spots. Um, but we have our other division that we're playing in, ICA, which is Oklahoma, Texas, like all of the states surrounding Oklahoma. Oklahoma is like the supporting state for this,
Okay.
which we're currently 5-0 in ISEA. So we're doing pretty good in there. Competition is tough. I won't lie. It's also the first one that we've played in that has fearless draft, which is it's interesting, especially with some newer people on the team. My ADC graduated last year, so we had to get a new player. So
Oh, that's gotta be tough.
it feels interesting.
Interesting, interesting. Looking back at it, what was the biggest lesson you learned from playing League of Legends at a tournament like DreamHack?
Um, Balance is important. Um, like you can go hard all the time and just become the greatest, but you're gonna burn out really easily, and so you kind of need to balance it with something else. That was the biggest thing for me. I think that still has to deal with a little bit of my burnout. Is DreamHack last year, and I mean, I'm working on that balance now in my life, but like I wish I had started sooner.
Never too late to change, trust me. Let's see here. Did the tournament change how you view high school esports? Maybe trying to inspire more kids at your school to play League of Legends or a different title or something like that? Or is your mentality towards high school esports kind of the same?
It definitely changed it. I mean, I see how we're able to go places now. Um, like especially, we were the first ever team in our state to travel out of state for a competition.
That's really
And
cool.
it's kind of inspiring and it wants me to try and get more people. And that's why for our team this year for the school, for all the teams, not just league, all titles, you can only play 2 titles. Like one person can only play 2 titles to hopefully bring in more players to hopefully give more people the chance to get that experience.
That was really cool. So what are the two titles you play?
Uh, League of Legends and Valorant, are my current two.
Perfect.
Same company, same
Same
terrible game.
company? Do you want to go into detail maybe and say like what are the other titles that, your high school specifically supports when it comes to this type of setup? So
So
you
we
got
got,
Valorant,
you know,
League of
I might
Legends.
have to pull it up. We have a lot.
You're gonna have to pull it up. All right, hold please. Cue the holding music.
Okay, so we have League of Legends, Valorant, CS:GO, Rocket League, Smash, Tekken, and Street Fighter, Mario Kart 8, Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, Smite, and Smash Travel, which is it's online versus in person. So
Wow. So your high school and this organization, what'd you say, OKF or something like that?
okay, SE.
Okay, I see. They support all those titles?
hmm
That is crazy. See, I wish we would have had something like this when I was growing up. You literally, um, uh, like, I was playing games, competitively when I was your age and stuff like that, but it wasn't mainstream like this. Like, my
hmm
friends would ask me, what are you doing on the weekend? I'd be like, oh, I'm, going out of town for, with my parents or something like that, and basically lie to my friends about the fact that I was going to travel out of state for a tournament. Now you guys are
Hmm.
playing it out in the open and stuff like that. That's so cool to see, man. Honestly, it is. Um, if you could give one piece of advice to other high school players that may be watching this, dreaming of land tournaments and stuff like that, having the types of experiences that you've had so far in high school, what would it be? Like the biggest piece of advice you could possibly give people?
Just because you lose doesn't mean that you're nothing. Um, Losing is purely just showing you the way you can get better. And it's how you use that loss to improve yourself, how you review the footage, how you review VODs, and learn from that loss. I went in to esports thinking losing's bad, like, oh, I should be better than everybody, but if there's somebody better than you and they beat you, you can learn from it. Like, even if you just get absolutely smashed, you can still learn from it. And that was an amazing thing that I liked about like my intro to esports was playing on the JV team. We scrimmed the varsity team all the time, and they just pounded us
Smash you
every
guys.
time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like we learned from that, and we got to be better players because of it. And I think that has to do with a big portion of how I'm able to play on the level I am today. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm only ranked silver, but I don't play like a silver. I play probably more like an emerald than anything, just because you learn from mistakes, no matter what.
Yeah.
So,
There you go. I like that a lot. That was great. Um, how often did you guys practice leading up to the actual tournaments, and what were the practices actually like in, high school esports? To like kind of give
okay.
everybody like a peek into maybe the difference between high school, collegiate, and professional
So,
esports.
do you want going into DreamHack or just in general?
You could do both.
Okay, so going into DreamHack, we were practicing 5 days a week, for about 3 hours. Um, so we would run two 5v5 flex, which is ranked 5v5s, and then we would review the games after, with a coach that we had. Um, Not through the school, just he just wanted to help us out. So we would do that 5 days a week, and it was a lot. Um, those games are hard, and especially League, it takes so much time, but it made us better players, and ultimately, like, why we ended up, winning is because we had the skill, we put in the work. Um, on the average nowadays, though, we practice 2 days a week. Monday and well, Monday's our practice day. Well, not even really. Um, Practice days are really weekends. Um, we'll practice probably usually Saturday evening, Sunday evening, one of the two. And then our game day depends. Because ISEA we have like a 2 week period that we can schedule our games in. And usually they're on Wednesdays though. But like Wednesday at like 5:30, so we're at the school pretty late. Um, and those practices they're a lot more relaxed because right now I'm just trying to get our support up to gear with the rest of the team. So it's usually 2, 3 hours at most.
There you go. Sounds pretty
So
standard. It's pretty cool though. That's a lot, by the way. Leading up to DreamHack, 5 days a week, three
yeah,
hours a day. How were you
it was.
like? You actually were able to keep up with your studies and everything? Because I know you have a part-time job too, right? So were
Hmm.
you able to actually balance all that stuff
Yeah,
adequately? You never miss
yeah.
a homework assignment that whole time?
Well, oh, don't talk to my chem teacher. But like, for the most part, yeah.
All right.
Um, she, I still have her homework papers like, in my backpack.
From last year?
Yeah. So, uh, I mean, I still passed her class with a B. So, and I
Hey,
passed the
there
AP
you
Chem
go, man.
test. So, I mean,
There you
you know,
go.
I did my thing.
All right. That's funny. If you could steal one habit or trick from a pro player that you've seen, what would it be?
Mm, that's a good one. Probably, okay, this is, I mean, they just won Worlds, so, I mean, I think it's kind of obvious. But T1 owner, his confidence, because holy, he first picked a characters, like, the first time he played it since, like, 2018 in semifinals of Worlds, and it's just like, what the heck, bro? Like, what are we doing? It was in a game 5, too. It wasn't even, like, the first game of the series, like, game 5, like, on the line. He just first picked a character that he hadn't played in 7 years. Um, just to have that sort of confidence would be really nice.
They say that confidence when it comes to sports, esports, or whatever, it's all based on repetition. So
Hmm.
if you're lacking confidence, guys, practice more.
Yeah. Or just, slam a character for no reason.
Or you could do that too. Um,
Yeah.
if you could go back and change anything from when you first started your journey into esports and stuff like that, um, what would you change and why?
Um, I'm not sure I would change. Where did my mouse go? Okay. I'm not sure I would change much. Probably not like having all of my good esports coaches leave. If I could change anything, that's what it would be. Um, because over the years I had 3 good coaches leave. Um, before that was all before junior year. So, and maybe not losing all the good coaches. I mean, but also that could have inspired me to be who I am today. So, who really
Catch
knows?
22,
But
butterfly effect, right?
yeah, but still would be nice to not have lost them because they were really good people.
There you go. If you could play for any pro team right now, who would it be and why? I'm pretty sure I already
Oh,
know what you're gonna say.
not T1, Hokey.
You don't want to play with T1, the most
Nah,
successful esports
honestly.
organization in the world.
Um, okay. As much as I'm a fan of T1, well, okay, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of T1. They're great players, don't get me wrong. Guma is probably he is the best ADC in the world. The same thing with Owner. Well, I wouldn't even say Owner's the best jungler in the world. Um, I think Peanut or River probably beats him there. But I think I would rather play with some of the other teams, like BLG. I think I'd rather play on BLG because I would want to play with Knight and On and those people because they're also really skilled. Like T1's good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's other people I'd rather play with than the best of the best.
Okay. So maybe somebody with maybe like a unique coach or something like that, or maybe just
Yeah.
okay.
So
All right.
BLG is who I would play with. So
BLG. All
if
right,
I had the
guys.
choice, yeah, Billy Gaming.
All right. So this one's just a fun one. If you had to choose any player to as your it could be your favorite player, it could be in your opinion the best League of Legends player of all time. Who would it be?
River, easily.
River.
Yeah. Um, phenomenal jungler. Um, shook up worlds by picking unstandard things, playing Olaf jungle, playing Mordekaiser, and just wiping the floor. Um, granted, he's not been on the best teams, but he's probably one of, if not the best junglers in the world um, at this current time. Um, he also helped improve the Lee Sin mechanics. I forget what it's called. I don't know. It's something where he hops. It's a mechanic thing that you can do with Lee Sin, and he's the one that like showed that in Worlds, and it was really impressive,
Well, there you
in my
go.
opinion.
Um, is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to say to the audience or anything like that?
Um, I don't give up ever. Just keep playing, keep marching through, and find a balance in life. If you spend X amount of time playing games, spend that same amount of time doing something physical. Um, physical health is just as important as mental health. So,
100%. He's a wise man.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put your socials down. Um,
Okay.
uh, hold on a second here. You want to follow Pambi here on Twitch? It's Pambi underscore 567. Instagram is Micah Pambi 17, and YouTube is Pambi
Okay.
underscore 567. And I'll go ahead and I'll put them under the video here. This was Pambi, episode 7 of Beyond the Clutch. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, of course.